Okay, so some of you may remember if you've been watching the vlogs that I did this collage using some of the new atomic papers and a few other bits and pieces from my collection, like the TV and the chappie there, and the donut, which aren't part of the book. But the main backgrounds and the lady are part of the atomic collection. And I did the back by mistake, and I should have done the front. So today I've got a copy of the papers, so they're now back from the printers, so these will start getting shipped out in the next day or so. And I thought I would now create the front cover using said papers. So what I'm going to do is just look for the ones that I want to use, which I haven't used on the back of the journal already. So did I use that one? Let me just have a quick flick over. Yes, I used that one on the back there, but I didn't use the front, so I might use the front on this one and team that up. But I kind of like these. I like her as well. She might actually fit quite nicely on the front because she's quite large enough to not really have to do much. I might cut her out and use a different background, which is what I did for the other one. So I don't know, but I kind of like her as well because she's looking up that way, and actually we're going to use this one. And I like these circular motifs as well, so that's what we'll use for the front, for that bit there. And then up top I think I'm actually going to use, I don't think I used that card, did I? No, I didn't. So I'm going to use that car sort of across the top as though it were flying. Yes, so there you go. There's the plan. So I used that one and I used her. But I also used a different background paper there. So there's a flag in that one. So which one's that one? It was that bit there, so I used half of that bit there. So I might, just to kind of give it a bit of continuity, use, instead of using the small, using all those smaller ones up, isn't it? I really should have thought about what I want to do, but it's nice sometimes because a lot of people say it's nice to get the thought process. I'll lose half the car if I do that. No, I think we will stick to that one because I like the fact that there's a car on it as well. And I can also use, I need a background for this as well. Right, okay, so let's make a start. Let me put the journal to one side. I've got a little cutting mat and I've got a scalpel. And what I'll do is I will put a blade in because that one's awful. Really am rubbish today. Have we got any spare ones? Yes, there's one there. Tell you what, let me just go away and do what I should have done in the first place. I'm prepared properly, but the reason I'm not prepared properly is because I didn't really plan on doing this right this very moment. Ian's gone out. Ian's taken mum and dad home. Mum and dad have been here since Monday because it was mum's birthday yesterday, so she was with us for a few days. So anyway, Ian's taken her home for me because he wanted to stop off at the wholesalers on the way back. So good enough excuse as any. Plus it gives me time to do stuff like this. So what I'll do is I'll just go straight across there, and then we'll come back underneath. Right, so let me whiz through cutting this car out, and then I'll come back when it's time to cut the lady out, because obviously collage is a lot of cutting involved, and sometimes scissors, others it's sharp craft knives. So rather than me risk cutting one of my fingers off and talking to you chappies at the same time, getting distracted by the conversation, I will go away, finish off, and be back in a moment. Excellent. Right, so what I want to do now is take two of the sheets, that one I think for background, and I think I might take the top part of that one and overlap as well. So I might just have to cut them down a little bit. So she's covering her there, but I like the orange flowers, but I might just move it up, maybe use the whole thing, cover her up there, keep the flowers, keep the car, and then use the top section of that other one or maybe actually cut that bit down there so I can keep her, or maybe keep that. Oh, choices. No, right, I've made my decision. Okay. I like that, I like it a lot. So we'll use that for the top part. So let's just lay that over the top. Perfect. So it doesn't actually touch her at all, does it? So we still get to keep her. This is what collages are mostly. It's auditioning pieces and then deciding which pieces you want to keep and which pieces you don't. So we need to cut pretty much, so from there straight down. So we get to keep her for future use. And then I could do with a ruler, of course. It's all buried amongst all the paper over here. Right, so that's easy enough to just run across the room and grab one. And then where I've torn it from the book, I'm just going to take a little bit off there. So let's bring the book back in again. So I want to do it, so I need a little bit just taking off there. So leave a little bit of a border all the way around the outside, about there. For paper trimmer might be easier. Of course, once again, I've left it across the other side of the room because I'm not prepared. Ad hoc and Bookshe, that's my name. And then this piece I'll do the same. Make sure it's the same width. And it's just in line. That stem there, and just trim that little bit off. And I think we're cooking with gas now, so I'm going to use the full sheet there, and then I'm going to tuck, actually I might overlap. Let's see the way that it actually sits, because the car is pretty much going to cover the join anyway, isn't it? Yeah. No, I think I like that. I think I like that a lot. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So, move those papers out of the way. I'll put those bits in there that I haven't used for a later date. I've got a few scraps here that I could use, that I'm going to use in a moment. I'll get some punches out, but for the time being, let's glue this one down first. So I'll grab my Collage glue stick. And we'll go all the way around. And it's absolutely blisteringly hot here today. So I'm hoping the ambient temperature is not going to affect the glue too much. It says fingers crossed. So this is going to be a full sheet. Turn that around, and then glue sticks are great for collage. Okay, we're not, no good, we haven't. And then I'm going to line that up with the bottom. So we've just got a, like I said, just a little bit of a blue border, and they, theoretically, if I just push a little bit, there we go, that should line up. Like so. And then the car can go there, and then she can go down there at the bottom. I'm going to stick her on. Am I going to stick her on last? No, I'm not. Let me just punch out another circle. Little orange circle there. Just so it kind of continues that theme of the circles. Actually, I want a blue circle there. Oh, look, there's a little star shape there. That's what I love about Bookshe collages. I think I can put a blue circle. So maybe about there. just so you've got a continuation of colour theme. Nothing looks out of place then, does it? Right, so let's use, this is just waste scrap paper. I got these pads as a job lot from my printers about 4 years ago, and this is literally what all I use them for, is just writing notes on and using a scratch paper rather than using photocopy paper or printer paper. I'm not sticking that down just yet. That's it. Just wanted to make sure I got the line up right. Okay. Now we can stick her down. Ew. It's gone underneath. Start that again. How annoying. Right, on the outside, up. From the inside, work your way out. Flip it over. There we go, that should. There we go. And I'm not particularly bothered about the fact that I've covered up another lady under there at all. Okay, so maybe just a little bit of glue left on there, so I'll just remove that with a wet wipe. Okie dokie. So I think I am pretty happy with that, but again, I just want to add, like I did on the back, creative collage. I want to add that onto the front again. So I've got my impact driver here, a couple of spaces. So I'll just whisk forward doing this. Okay, creative collage. So I did have a little pair of, there we are, a little pair of scissors. And I did cut, I did leave a little bit of a space just so that I had some room to play with. So now that I've got a portrait frontage this way, I can do portrait collages on this half of the book. And then if I want to do a landscape one, I can turn it over and do landscape. I've lost my thread of thought. Portrait this side and then landscape on the other side, or from the other side. Too busy concentrating on what I was doing there, not thinking properly. But now I have a dedicated journal just for collage. Like so. And I think I will just add a few more kind of circles around the page, maybe one over here, maybe another smaller one breaking in over here, maybe another little one down here at a later date. But there we go. So I've now done both the front portrait and the front landscape. So landscape collages on this half of the journal and portrait collages on that half of the journal. So whatever takes my fancy on the day. So like I said, I hope you've enjoyed watching me create this little collage using the new Atomic retro papers, which are available to purchase now. I've got them in stock, so they will be going out in the post. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, because it really does help me and the channel. Don't forget you can share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking the button at the end of the video. And don't forget to hit the bell notification, because you won't get notified when I upload new videos. So that's all from me for now. I will see you all again very, very soon. So let's look up, just punching a couple of other little circles out. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.